Hey, all right, now we're live. Okay. Yo, what's up, guys? David Feeder, #1 PulseChain validator, coming at you. Going on, everybody? Uh, yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Today we're going to follow up from yesterday, and we're gonna finish working on the PulseChain archive node after the PulseChain had a big update. So now we're gonna check to see how much less hard drive space it actually takes up on a node, basically. And this should download the whole blockchain. So let's check it out. Let me pull up my screen here for you guys. Okay, cool. All right, so what we got going on here? All right, so let's take a look. So this is Geth. So this is like the execution client. This is like the old school blockchain. And it says chain head was updated. Block number 24 million. All right, so let's actually pull up a web browser and let's go to g4mm4.io and let's check on the latest block number. Yeah, so head block, yeah, 24,668,827. There it was, 827. Cool. All right, so we are on the latest block. That's good. You can see right here, every 10 seconds a new one's coming in. So these are the actual PulseChain blocks. We are fully synchronized. All right, so now let's go to our other terminal window here. And then on this one, we've got the Geth logs. And hey, what's up, Jason J? Good to see you, my man. So yeah, we've got the blocks here too. And trying to see if it gives us the number. It just gives the slot number. 7573292. 7573292. Perfect. That's the latest slot. So great. So we are fully synchronized. All right. So now if we go to programs, system monitor, and then what we care about is the top one right here, the hard drive. So yeah, it looks like it's only used up 1.2 terabytes. Not bad. It's about 31% of the hard drive. So pretty cool. And this is a 4 terabyte hard drive, right? We got 3.9 terabytes total. I hate how they do that. I hate how you don't actually get the full gigabytes or terabytes on the packaging. It's actually like a little bit less. Yeah. And then, so available, we've got 2.6 terabytes remaining, and we've used 1.2 terabytes of space. So yeah, it looks like you can run a Geth, like PulseChain archive node, and seems to have plenty of space, right? So that's cool. Looks good to me. We're synced. Yeah, cool, awesome, great, cool. So I guess what I should do next then is, what we'll want to do is probably make a new like script file here. And we can like copy one of these and I can customize it so that way it is we can call it like an archive node install. So that way we'll make like a script that just gives you an archive node if you follow that, which be pretty easy. We start fiddling with this now, actually. So if we download the install, and then here's a new version here. Let's open our text editor. Okay. And then we're going to close this. Let's do a save as. And we're just going to call this archive node. Okay. So we want to do the update on line 3. That we want to keep the same. Because that does this is like an update and then an upgrade, distribution, and it gets auto removes any unnecessaries, and then it installs all the prerequisites. And then we have our firewall rules. We're going to leave that. We have the Docker like download and install, so we're going to leave that. It's going to make a blockchain folder and EW folder, so we'll leave that. And then this creates the secret key, so that way the execution client and the consensus client can talk to each other. So we leave that. Line 15 starts the execution client. This is what starts Geth in its own Docker container, so that we need to leave. And then this is the beacon, chained, right, from the merge. So this is another Docker container that kind of runs above the execution. So we need that one. And then right here is where we don't need it, because this is to download the PulseChain staking deposit software. This is what actually makes the keys. Hey, let me check chat here. Yo, what's up, Crypto J and Naeem? Good to see you dudes. You guys are doing good. Yeah, so don't need that. We do not need line 23 because those are prerequisites for the key maker process, like installing Python and such. Then line 27 just makes the keys, so we don't need that. Line 29 we don't need. Line 31 we don't need. Then that's the validator. And then you import the keys in the validator. We don't need that. And then all we really need is sudodocker. We will restart Geth and beacon. All right, so let's just trim line 39. Let's trim that down. And then we're going to trim that. And then we're going to trim off. We don't need the last line. And then we're going to go from line 21. Remove all those lines. Okay. That looks pretty good. Right? Okay. All right, cool. So then what we'll do is all right, so this is the beacon chain. Let's go back to our geth command, and I actually want to just stop it real quick, and then I want to just see what we ran. All right, so these are the blocks. So here's geth. So if we hit the up arrow key, okay. So really it was this minus history state is equals 0 and history transactions equals 0. We're going to copy that. Then I'm going to add that to the end of line 19 for the beacon. Actually, we just put it kind of in the beacon. Oh, no, actually, that does not go there. That goes at the end of line, or in line 15. Yeah, for geth, yep. Okay, yeah, history.state equals 0, then minus history.transactions equals 0. Is that all we had? Yeah, that looks like the only change we got. So I think we're looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and we'll save that. All right, so we'll go ahead. Let's restart geth because we just stopped it to check it. Actually, we could just hit down, and then I'll paste. Oops, wrong click. Paste that, hit enter, put my computer password. Oh, geth is already running. Oh, so we just have to do sudo docker logs minus follow geth. Perfect. All right, cool. So it's still there. All right, awesome. So cool. Okay. So as far as I could tell, everything's looking good. Everything's up and running. I'm trying to think, is this good to put up as archived node. Yeah, I don't think there were really any other settings. CryptoJ. You need to raise the gas limit to max if you. Not sure what you're talking about, my man. Hey, Crypto Incognito, what's up, my man? Yeah, sorry, not sure what that means. Yeah, okay. All right, so this looks pretty good. All right, so what we'll do is let me get signed in to GitLab here. Yeah, give me one sec. Let me the full cam. I have an idea. Let me just pull this up here. All right, so I'm just gonna get signed in so that way I can we'll create a new like installation script basically, and then we'll upload it to the GitLab here. I just want to get signed in. Give me a sec. And that way people can, if you want to run an archive node now, you'll be able to just go to my GitLab and follow the scripts. That'll be nice and easy, nice and convenient for everybody. Let me, takes me a few here. All right, multi-factor codes, get your multi-factor codes. Takes forever to sign in. Always a good time. Oh, there's 2 codes. Yeah, they're really secure. I will say that. It's you got this many multi-factor and like double sign-on, triple sign-on, like man, I can't even get into my own account, and I am the owner of the account. It's like, how could a hacker even get in if I can't get in, right? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, struggling. Oh, I blocked out of my GitLab account. I wouldn't take my codes. Okay. Well, that's a big bummer. All right. I pull my screen back. Okay, so yeah, I'll upload that later. Not a big deal. But yeah, all right. So as far as I could tell, this is looking good. So that's it. Just adding those 2 little. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Just these 2 little edits. Minus minus history dot state equals 0, and minus minus history dot transactions equals 0. Those 2 commands seem to work. So looking good there. Yo, what's up, Hex Kong? Uptober or Slumptober? I think like Toptober. Yeah, I'd say Toptober. I'd say it'll be over before Halloween. Definitely. I think the top is in for all the stuff. My memory of the bear market needs to be pruned. Yeah. Hey, Bo Brothers, what's up? Says, hey, David, my validator is currently running fine, but the yield is staying and not spilling into my cloud storage. Where should I start troubleshooting the issue? I would start with going to gamma.io. The first thing I would do to check, first check your stakes. So if you go to g4mm4.io and zoom in here. All right, if you click the validators button in the top, and then we're going to click on the filter button, and then you want to click new filter. And then right here in the search box, you can paste your rewards address, like your, MetaMask address, whatever your, rewards address. Paste that here and then hit submit. And then it'll filter. This number should go down and it'll just show you the stakes that you have. And then you want to look at your stakes and you can like click on them. And then, if you've got a red mark here, that means you're offline, right? Like this guy here is just offline. Like this is just some random stake. I don't know who this is. This isn't me. I just randomly clicked on this one. This is an example. As you can see, this guy's offline. So first check this website and see, are you green or are you red? If you're red, that's bad. You gotta fix the validator computer. This is green and online and good and your validator's working, then I would double check your wallet addresses to make sure you're looking at the right wallet. So that's the first thing I would recommend. Hexkong says sudo docker run pamp. Yeah. Oh, I wish that was a command. It says if you've been slashed, it might need to catch up to 32 million before the words start spitting out. Yes, true. If your good point, if your balance is less than 32 million, this has to refill back up to 32 million. And then once you're above that, then it pays out everything above. So yeah, if you spent some time offline, you're gonna have to spend some time getting back to 32 before you get paid. Yep, so that's a great call, Hexkong. Yeah, well said. So yep, yeah, you're welcome, bro brothers. Yeah, so that's the best way to check is the Gamma website right here tells you everything. Man, we got a lot of stakes out there. Look at this. Active validators is 52,981. We're almost at 53,000 stakes. Man, we're getting there. Looking pretty cool. Yep, that's a lot. Bo Brother says, yeah, caught back up to 32 million. Now it's like 3,250K. All right. If it's above the 32 million, then what should happen is it should automatically, well, every 8 hours, roughly, it'll spit out the rewards. Everything over the 32 million. It should kick those out to your wallet. Yo, what's up, DJ Pollywood? Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, been pretty cool. All right, so these two commands work. I'm not sure if there's any other death commands. I think we looked yesterday. I don't remember there being any other like archive commands. We can take a look through the documentation real quick. Interacting, where is it? Here it is, archive mode. Okay, here we go. So Geth supports 2 types of archive nodes that allow querying the historical Ethereum state. Hash-based, path-based. All right, yeah, but we switched to path-based. This is the new default for PulseChain. Like everybody's on this now. If you're doing a validator now, if you just are starting or downloading, like everybody gets. So yeah, hash-based, that's legacy. Yep, so that's the old junk. There we go. Path-based archive node recommended. So here's what we got. So Geth 1.16 introduces a new approach to archive nodes using path-based storage tool. This design is significantly more disk efficient or efficient in disk usage and allows flexible control over how many historical states to retain. Key advantages: low disk usage. Archive node on Ethereum mainnet with full history requires around 2 TB. And yeah, that appears to be true. If we go back to the system monitor, yeah, we're at 2.6. Plus you've got Linux itself, which takes up some space, plus patches and stuff. So, give or take. But that's about right. Yeah, it's about 2.6 terabytes all in. with Ubuntu and everything included, so not bad. Configurable retention. Users can set how many historical states to keep. Faster bootstrap. Synchronizing a path-based archive node takes around 2 weeks. I mean, maybe, did we miss something? Ours only took 24 hours. Let's keep looking. HDD support. State histories can be placed even on a HDD, like the old-fashioned platter spinny hard drives. They're really slow. You shouldn't use those. Notably, in this archive mode, the Merkle proofs via ETH get proof or historical blocks is not supported yet, as it requires additional historical tree nodes to be stored or is planned for a future release. All right, cool. How to run a path-based archive node. In bash get history state equals 0, GC mode archive. We didn't add that one. Garbage collection mode archive. And then sync mode full. All right, so it says ---- history.state equals 0 is the key flag. When combined with sync mode equals full to perform a full sync from Genesis, Geth will retain all historical states. All right, we didn't do sync mode full. GC mode archive enables historical state indexing. Historical states become accessible only after indexing is fully complete. Okay. Then data_dir ancient can be set if you want to place the state history on a cheaper device. Okay, so that you can list the path for the crappy hard drive for the ancient database. That's like the old junk. You know, that's from Ethereum like 8 years ago, probably. State history.state equals n can be set if you only want to retain a limited number of recent states. Older state data will be pruned automatically. Note, once pruned, historical state data cannot be recovered, so choose this value carefully. Notably, garbage collection mode archive does not need to be enabled during the initial full sync. In fact, enabling it from the start may slow down synchronization. For better efficiency, we recommend completing the full sync first, then enabling GC mode archive. Afterward, the historical state indexing. Okay, so that's kind of what we did yesterday, is we actually did not include garbage mode archive. So we could stop our node now and now turn this on. So that's cool. Good to know. All right, cool. And then one final note, make sure the historical states have been fully indexed by checking the ETH syncing endpoint. I don't know how to do that. So that's cool. Oh, it's right here. Oh, you got to connect to the JavaScript console. Then you just type in ETH. You type in? ETH.syncing false. Okay, so you just type that into the JavaScript. Okay. Interesting. And here's how it works. Read all that. Yeah. We'll skip. Yeah, that's all just. Oh, these are kind of the sizes. This is Ethereum though, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. PulseChain's, you know, we've forked, so it's not exactly. Yeah, what's up, Hex Wizard? Good to see you. Mr. Chinks, what's up, my man? Def interested in being a validator this bear? Totally. Yeah, every day is a good day to be mining more coins, right? I like my money printer running 24/7 every day. Hey, SL, what's up, my man? Yeah, totally, dude. Good to have you here. So, all right. So the only thing we really did not include is the GC mode archive. So let's try it. Let's go ahead. We're going to copy this, and we're going to go back to our line 15, and then we're going to paste that onto the end here. Do -- GC mode archive. Open our terminal, and we're going to do a sudo docker dot geth and sudo docker container rune -f and I don't remember. If we go to GitLab, there's one more command here to like delete the images. Not that it's important. I just sudo docker image prune all force. Okay, if we add that to the end here, get rid of the double ampersand, and then enter. And then our computer password. Oops, that. Maybe. Okay, stop in the database and delete the containers. Perfect. All right, cool. Okay, so now go back. All right, so we've added our GC mode archive. So then we just copy line 15 and paste, and we'll see if we get an error. All right, downloading the PulseChain. All right, then we do sudo docker logs -- follow geth. All right, starting. There you go. Booting up. All right. Looks like it took that command. So that one works. So it's -- GC mode archive. Pretty cool. Okay. Removing old Bloom bits database in progress. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday when we or maybe 2 days ago when we read the patch notes, that the Bloom bits, the old database. So yeah, so even right here you can see it's removing the old Bloom bits. So yep. So the patch notes were spot on, man. Everything is working out as predicted. So pretty cool. Looking good. So I guess we just let it run like this now. I let it cook. I'm just reading here. Everything seems fine. It's healing the state. Basically, when you stop the database, the pulse chain keeps going. And then when you start the server, the node, when you restart the pulse chain, it has to catch back up with the few minutes that it missed, and it's getting back to where it was. So that's kind of what it's doing here. It's like resuming and aborting the state snapshot over and over and over. So it's trying to like rewind, snap sync complete, auto disabling. Okay, so now it's caught up and it's trying to like get fully synchronized. Yeah, you can see right here, syncing chain download in progress, synced 100%. So it's just finishing up the last little bit. Imported new chain segment. Yep, so that's the latest block just came in. Chain head was updated, so there you go. Okay. So cool. So it looks like it's working. And then the state snapshot kind of does that in the background where it keeps running the pulse chain, but it does the state snapshot. Like it basically that's not, you can do that in parallel. Is not important, basically. I mean, yeah. And there's nothing we can do other than just let this cook. And this is not an RPC server. Nobody's actually connecting to this with their MetaMask. Like if you had a MetaMask wallet and you connected it to the server and started asking like, hey, what's my balance or stuff like that, because it doesn't have a full snapshot. And it's like, so it doesn't really know all the answers. It's not fully like synced up as far as snapshots go. So I'm pretty sure the RPC asking this questions wouldn't really work until that part finishes. But we're not doing that at all. We're not connecting to this in any way, so it's no big deal. Bo Brothers asking, how many validators can the Nook run? So unlimited, basically. You can do as many stakes as you like. Yep. As many pulse chain as you got. As you know, it's 32 million pulse for one stake, but you can do thousands and thousands and thousands of stakes. You know, you'll run out of pulse before I mean, technically, you could run a whole pulse chain on one Nook, in theory. Technically, if all the stakes, were just on one computer, in theory, it would work. So technically just one. No, obviously we have, it's decentralized and there's nooks all over the world now. So that's, there's many copies of the blockchain. So it's not we're not worried about anything like that. But yeah, there is no limit to how many stakes you can make, which is cool. That's one thing that's really nice. PulseChain, if you're into crypto mining, it's way easier than Bitcoin and Ethereum, because with Bitcoin, you got to buy those mining rigs, those big giant mining rigs. They look like almost like car batteries, like power supplies. And all those do is eat electricity and, try to get a Bitcoin block. So that's really expensive. But on PulseChain and Ethereum, yeah, you can just use one nook and you can do as many stakes as you want. And one nook takes 25 watts of electricity. So it costs you like, I don't know, like a nickel a day to run it in electricity. You don't even see it on your electric bill. So it's so much more efficient, so much more cheaper. And yeah, you only need one nook. So you don't have to, and it never gets obsolete. So it's not like the Bitcoin miners, they always come out with a new one and then you got to buy the next version and then that one's obsolete. But now these nooks will be good for as long as PulseChain's around, pretty much. The PulseChain should never, well, can't say never, but PulseChain shouldn't ever require larger hardware than this. Oh, got a announced transaction size mischat. It looks like some peer out there, some other server we were talking to gave us like a bad block. I was freaking out for a sec. It happens sometimes. It's just random. I don't know like how or why. I'm not sure, but what's cool is if you are a validator, you can actually sit here and sometimes if you have enough stakes, you'll see it when it's your computer's turn to make the next block. It'll actually say building block, building block, building block, and then finalized block. And you can actually watch it working when it's your turn. It's pretty cool. I've seen that before. Yo, what's up, Finn Bear? Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing good. So, pretty cool. Everything's up and running. Pull up the charts. How we doing today? Take a look. We'll pull up trading view. What we got going on? How's the PulseChain charts here? And we'll go to 1 day candles. Zoom in. Okay. Like MACD finally crossed up under the pivot. So that's cool. That's good. Yeah, it could still flush down and open up again, obviously, but that's cool. We like to see it closing, so maybe it'll come up and power on up through, and then we'll get some going. The RSI kind of bottomed out here. Got kind of slammed when the MACD got crushed. So yeah, still these indicators look a little bearish, but could turn up. Good, buy the dip. I want to see silver today. Isn't silver at a new all-time high? Oh yeah, $48 for an ounce of silver. My God, look at it go. Sheesh. Sheesh. Pretty cool. That's cool. And then look at gold. Gold doing today. Gold, same thing. Whew. $1,912 for a gold coin. Impressive. Yo, what's up, Crypto Jake? Yeah, man. Smash that like and subscribe. Yeah, man. Much appreciated. So, yeah, gold's ripping. And then how's the S&P? Also ripping. Looks like it. What was that? Oh, is that an all-time high today? Down off that? Oh, yeah. Pretty cool. So, I think we're at the top of the bubble, man. Hexcon, amazing. Been stacking silver since 9/11. Oh my God. You've been stacking since the $9, $11 range? That's impressive. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. I sold my silver at 30. I couldn't take it anymore. I was buying at like 17. I sold at 30. They got me. They got me. Where'd they get me? Back in the summer. Yep. Or no, May. Yeah. It was like back in here when I sold. It really took off. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're back there from $9, $11. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. And then Ethereum is doing good. Had a pump today. And then I just saw the Ethereum Foundation just tweeted they're about to dump 1,000 Ethereum on everybody's heads. I think it's what's that, like $4 million or something. So we're down off that. That was pretty cool. I was making fun of those guys on Twitter just for fun. Yeah. And Mr. Chink says 23 watching and 30 likes. Impressive. Hell yeah. E-Type asks in chat, can you set up my node remotely? Yes. Yes, I do offer remote support for people who need help with validators. Yeah, totally. We can just do like a screen share. Even what I do with folks is we do like a Zoom call or whatever, screen share. Talk on the phone, and then on the validator computer in Ubuntu, on your validator, we can just use Firefox, and then yeah, you can do just like a screen share and show me the screen, and then yeah, I walk people through what buttons to click. Yep, and I just do it all the time. Yep, we just go through step by step, and we follow my GitLab just like a cooking recipe. And yep, I walk people through it all the time. Yep, totally, definitely an option. Hey Franklin, what's up, my dude? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Yeah, bunch of silver stackers. Yeah, dude. So, yeah, everything's ripping. Everything's ripping. Bitcoin. Wow, what a rally. Yeah, 22K. What a hit today. 124,000. Sheesh. Pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. I'd be selling my corn up there for sure. That's a great price. God damn, look at that. Nice. Nice. So, yeah, man, I mean, we're at the top. I mean, it feels like a bubble to me. The AI bubble's going to pop. The stock market's going to pop. Gold's going to pop. Like, dump it, you know? I'm not buying any more equities or precious metals at this time, personally. Or Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm not a buyer here. I am not a buyer. I am a buyer of Hex and PulseChain here. Like, definitely, we're down off our highs for Hex and PulseChain for sure. You know? Definitely growth here, or room to grow. But as far as everything else, personally, me, I'd be selling if I had it. Like that Bitcoin. Sheesh. Doing great. 124,000, the all-time high for Bitcoin. Nice. Price you think Bitcoin hits? Franklin's asking for like a target. Oh man. I mean, 124 today was pretty good. But actually, I mean, I would expect it to break 125 just because that's like that number, you know? That's the whole round number. It's like 125,000. I would want to see it just like pop right through, just boop, just go right through 125, and then dump it. Then it's over. But I would like to see it pierce. I don't know if it will. I mean, I have no idea. Could be. I've been seeing these all over the news today. Like I think Russia's trying to like open up Bitcoin to retail. I think floodgates are gonna open in countries that have been bearish for a while. So yeah. Well, I don't want to buy the top. I'm not a top buyer. I don't want to buy tops. I've been in markets long enough to know the basics, right? You know, been around long enough to know that I don't want to buy up here. That's for sure. Jeez. What else do we got? How's the Dixie getting crushed? It's like the dollar index. This is the dollar versus a bunch of other currencies around the world. So it's kind of, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Hex Kong says, I think BTC and ETH have plenty of room, but the upside is a little limited compared to our ecosystem. Yeah, man, definitely. I think they're pretty heavy. Yeah, it's like You know, like it takes a lot of money to lift old Bitcoin any higher. You know, you're talking billions of dollars to pump it, billions. So I feel that XCon, I think it breaks 150K. Wow, that would be quite the rally. That'd be hot. Man, I mean, Max Kaiser would be creaming his shorts. That'd be shit. That's for sure. Max Kaiser and Michael Saylor are going to be fucking partying, dude. They're going to be kings of the world, man. Jeez. Max Kaiser and Stacy. They'd be laughing on the moon. All right, Spo Brother says, after looking again, my validator is active balance at 32.15 million. It says effective balance at 31 million. Do I have the correct withdrawal address? Everything kosher, you'd say. Well, if the effective balance is 31 million, then something's like wrong. And it sounds like it's not over 32 million on the balance. Yeah, because the effective should say 32 million if it was working perfectly. So that sounds like it's sounds like your validator might not be online. And it might be active because you just fixed it as well. If you just fixed it, it'll show green. I would let it cook for a week and then give it 7 days of green time, and then that effective balance, you want to get that up to 32 million. So hopefully that number should start counting up is what you're looking for. And Hexcon, def more of a Hex Pulse stacker. The sad truth, silver Pokemon cards have outperformed the rest of my bags in prior years. Yeah, dude. I feel you, man. Yeah, Pokemon cards winning. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Some of the streamers I watch. I like Escape from Tarkov is a video game I enjoy, like a shooter. One of the streamers I watch, her name is Gingy. And yeah, she's been ripping mad packs of Pokemon cards. Actually making money. It's crazy. She goes to Target, drop like $100, $200 on box of Pokemon cards and rip them up. And then, pulling $100 cards, $150 cards. Like, oh my God. I can't believe people break even doing that crap. It's unbelievable. I used to be into Magic cards, Magic the Gathering. Like back, I think it was like, I remember beta, like when I was in elementary school. All right, and like that Frost or like Frozen expansion pack came out, and then like the Mirage expansion came out. Like, yeah, it was like I used to play OG Magic, but I got rid of the cards. That was decades ago. Developers destroy Target even with 200 limit they have now. Yeah, I've seen the videos of people raiding Target for Pokemon cards. It's crazy. Yeah, that's a thing. That's absolutely nuts. Yeah, absolutely crazy. So Jay, do check the link I put at the beginning. It's Pokemon cards. Oh, yeah. Sorry, the YouTube. There's it filters out all links. You can't post links in the chat, but post it on Twitter. So I think I see you on Twitter. So yeah, post your pictures on Twitter or post the link on Twitter. You can hit me up on there for sure. Release their IPFS. Yeah, pop it on Twitter. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, IPFS link will be perfect. Hexcon, I found a stack of my vintage Magic cards. There you go. Now you're talking my language. Yeah, that's some money right there. Magic cards, man. There are some very rare and expensive cards, for sure. Yep, I like Magic. Used to. It was a long time ago. Hex Kong says they just released a Spider-Man Magic card collab that's pretty hot right now. Really? All right. I could see that being hot. That's cool. Yeah. Mr. Chink says, long term, I don't think silver or gold or any of that will even come close to Hex and Pulse. We got to get past the second bull market. Yeah, if you're looking for gains, yeah, I think crypto gains have the potential to beat precious metal gains. Yes. If you're looking for X's and multiples on your money, well, I completely agree. I also have 99% of my net worth in Pulse and Hex. Like, this is my net worth for sure. Because you're right. I think, look at the charts. Like, where's this one gonna go? It went all the way up here, and then came down, and then down here. Now we're bouncing. Gonna spring up, and then all of a sudden one day, boom! It's gonna fucking explode. PulseChain is gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. Just a matter of time. It's gonna go Boom. And yeah, can change some lives. And if you look at gold, gold has, I mean, it's had a great run. Sad part about gold is even if you bought it back here in 2018, like 1,200 bucks or 1,000, you know, it's at 4,000 now. That's a 4x on your money. That's good. A 4x is good. Don't get me wrong. That's great. But I mean, I'm a Hexican. I'm spoiled. Yeah, I want a 1,000x. I don't want no 4x, man. I don't get out of bed for anything less than a 10x. Like seriously, like I don't give a shit about gold. Like this, you know, for 4x, like this chart, this sucks. Like this is crap. My God, you could have bought gold in 2011 for almost $2,000, and then you spent what, like a decade underwater? Yeah, yeah. You spent 10 years at a loss, 10 or 9 years holding gold completely upside down, and then it touched and broke through, and then back down again, and then you're still upside down, and you're still upside down, and then it goes up forever. Like, so even gold bugs, man, gold bugs like Peter Schiff, like those guys, they've had it freaking rough. Like if you think it's hard being a Hexican or in PulseChain for the last 4 years because we've been getting the shit kicked out of us in price, dude, guys like Peter Schiff, I don't even know how they live. They've been getting stomped for decades. Now they're finally winning. So I do give the gold bugs a little bit of like, I'm cutting them some slack on Twitter right now, and they're all like shouting up and down, be like, gold to the moon. It's like, yeah, you guys need a fucking win after this savage beating for decades. Like, my God. Franklin says, my net worth is only in Hex, which is financially irresponsible, but it's my truth. That's right, my man. Hey, you are not alone, and I'm fully with you, man. I'm with you, dude. My net worth used to be fully in Hex exclusively as well. I've got a lot of PulseChain now, too. But yeah, I feel you, man. RH ecosystem or bust, man. Like I was broke before, so I ain't scared to be broke again. You know, if this doesn't work out, great. I'm just back where I was. Like I don't care. Ian J does says we're really washing peeps out now with other alts starting to run. Uh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, back in April was the washout, man. So we got just pumped, pumped. We're actually kind of up from then. Yeah, I mean, we're making higher lows. Bulls take the stairs, right? Bulls take the stairs, so they make stairs up, and then bears take the elevator and they jump out the window at the end. That's the old expression. XCOM, pulse chain virality is going to shock a lot of people. Even the haters have their eyes on us. Even the big accounts, Kobe commenting on Eric Wall's Hexavid post, they're all paying attention. Yeah, yes, yeah, they all see us. Yeah, they know who we are. They're, yep, yep, and they sure do. And we're still suppressed. Never listed on Coinbase. Never going to be listed on Coinbase ever. Never going to be listed on Binance. Every major exchange bans us, which is probably for the best because those guys just get hacked and lose the coins anyway. And if you look at every coin that gets listed on Coinbase, as soon as a coin gets listed on Coinbase, it fucking dumps. They dump the shit out of it. So we don't want PulseChain or Hex on Coinbase. I don't. No way. Like fuck Coinbase. We never want to be listed on there because they're gonna dump it. It's bad for price. You know, we don't want centralized exchanges having any coins. So screw them. Right? Yeah. XCon, even if the attention is currently negative, yeah, even bad publicity, any advertisement's good advertisement. We'll take the bad publicity as well. Sure. Yeah, I don't think we get any support from the reserve until all the other alts have topped. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah. And even with this, you know, Ethereum too. I mean, Ethereum's topped, man. Yeah. You know, I don't think so. You know, Sack Daddy's listening. Fucking sell, sell that ETH. Dump that shit. Send this chart to the fucking into the pit. Dump it. Like right here. See that nice candle right there? Oh, somebody cashed out huge. Look at that big, huge volume. And then the price just went down and down. And then somebody dumped it again. This was also April. The whole world died in April. Everything is crushed in April. And it's been turned around since. So I don't know. It seems it's like it's all connected. All these prices, all these charts, everything pooped in April and everything's marching back up. Man, we're still kind of hurt. But Bitcoin since April. Yeah, everything. April. About the regular stock market in April. Look at the SPY. Oh my God. Yeah, look at the traditional markets, dude. This is the S&P. Look at the S&P in April. They got crushed. But then look at them right after. This is the plunge protection team right here. This is the Federal Reserve's trading desk in New York City, just fucking buying it all. They print fake money on a screen. They just hit print, 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 and then they hit buy, 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 buy. That's what that is right there, bro. Look at that. Crazy, man. That's, yeah, plunge protection team. What about the Qs? This is the NASDAQ. Identical chart. Same chart. This is all Fugazi. It's all Fugazi. It's all connected, man. The same money going round and round. Yeah. Then you get the 10 NFT cards in your MetaMask wallet. What? Is the Doodle Pad the new NASCARs? Is the Silver Sailor? No. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm actually wearing the shirt, dude. I got the NASCAR shirt on right now, man. So I want to get one of those PulseChain tablets, man. I think they're expensive though. Aren't they going on eBay for like $1,500? Not that I would never buy one secondhand. I would never buy one secondhand. No, it'd be fun to get one in the mail as like a fun, like little memorabilia. But no, I don't. Franklin RH finna create the top. Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is Richard Hart make that top, crush this chart, crush Vitalik's dreams, right? Because if Sack Daddy is the biggest ETH holder, fucking dump it, dude. Let him have it. But I don't know what the future holds. I mean, maybe I don't know if October is really going to be amazing. Maybe there's 2 more weeks of this. Maybe they can really keep squeezing the juice out of the stone and let it ride. I mean, here's the US M2 money supply. They're still printing. Printing press is still printing. Look at that, going back up. So if this chart keeps going up forever, maybe all the other charts keep going up forever, right? Yo, what's up, D-Gen Hexkin? Good to see you, my man. Hexcon eats these 6,300 before next huge dipperoni. Whoa, dude. Oh man, $6,000 Ethereum. Wow, that'd be nutty. That'd be awesome. I mean, that'd be cool. Yeah, because what was the last all-time high? Like almost touched 5 grand. So sure, I could see 6. Definitely. Yeah, that's fair call. Hexgong, you got a long sleeve NASCAR shirt? Nice. ENJ dub. LOL, Vitalik gives no fucks. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Vitalik doesn't care. He don't care. I mean, even the Ethereum Foundation, they're just dumping. They were dumping right now. I literally just made fun of them right before the stream. Fucking jokers. Go to replies. And then, yeah. Today, the Ethereum Foundation will convert 1,000 Ethereum to stable coins via CowSwap's time-weighted average price feature. As part of our ongoing work to fund R&D, grants, and donations, and to highlight the power of DeFi. Thanks, Thanks, Ethereum, for dumping 1,000 to stable coins. It's just like, here's what I'm saying. Dump it. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is the Ethereum Foundation itself. And at least they admit it. I appreciate their honesty. That's cool. They don't have to do this. They should just dump in secret, is, probably what they should do. But they are dumping in public. They want to announce their sales. So by all means, view the Ethereum Foundation's public treasury policy here. So yeah, they literally say what they're going to do. They just tell you in the open. So, okay, it is what it is. Right? That's crazy, right? But hey, I think this is bearish. I mean, that's the fucking top. Vitalik and the Ethereum Foundation, whenever they sell, man, they know when it's the top. Like, Vitalik sold here. Like, he knows. They dump that shit, man. They know. They make the top. So, I am bearish on ETH because of that tweet. What was this? Yeah, 3 hours ago. Yeah. Yeah, this is the fucking end. Do, 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 do. Right? You know? Like, come on, guys. What are they doing? Come on. It's so bearish. Like, why would they do that? So, whatever. But, there's tons of ETH out there. ETH has a humongous market cap. So, even if they did dump 1,000 Ethereum, how bad does that even hurt the chart? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Right? I'm not sure about how much volume, because there's probably a lot of liquidity out there for Ethereum. You know what I mean? There's a lot of money. There's even just Coinbase.com itself. Like, you could probably go and you could click the button and buy 1,000 Ethereum in probably one click. And it'd probably fill instantly. So, probably plenty out there, to be honest. Crypto J, I'm hoping most will pump now. I feel like that pump and the Stack Daddy coins are pump tires. Yeah. Yeah, pump tires is kind of fun. I've been thinking about making a pump.tires coin. That'd be kind of cool. Franklin says, hey, David, do you think it would be a good idea to use AI to create a better validator dashboard for Grafana? I was thinking just copying the ETH one. Sure. I mean, yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, if you could talk to like Grok or ChatGPT, whatever your favorite AI is, and then I think, yeah, you could even probably upload the existing validator dashboard, right? Like, you can fork whichever one you're looking to fork, and then, yeah, work with the AI to just customize and tweak like the settings for PulseChain. Totally. I think that's a great idea. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you could basically do that for like free, right? That won't even cost you any money, right? Other than your AI sub, or maybe $5 for like a web hosting server. Like, yeah, that's a cool idea for sure. I wish I was a web designer. I mean, now with AI and vibe coding, you can make a lot real easy without having any like a eye for art, right? Because like the validator store, I made the validator store. I made it with squarespace.com. Like, I built this with Squarespace, just click and copy and paste. I just picked the background image, type this in, I paste a YouTube video. It's, I just use Squarespace, and then it just does it all for me. I like all these pictures. I just, what's called what you see is what you get, like a WYSIWYG editor. That's it, man. So yeah, if you can get like AI to make like a dashboard, that'd be pretty cool. Or even Gamma. If we check, does it say what he made his website? Whatever software that is, like, you saw that loading symbol for a second. Like, I don't know how he made that. How did he do this? Like, what software? Yeah, like, what software is this made out of, right? I'd be very curious to learn how this was created. If we go to about, I don't know. But however Gamma did his, this to me looks clean, right? This is simple, clean. I can see the information right here. It auto counts, the numbers update, like night mode, dark mode, right? Looks good on the eyes, doesn't hurt the eyes. I think this is good for sure. Next going, I have so much clothes, but Hex and Pulse merch is like 90% of what I wear daily. I'm like a walking billboard. Yeah, man, me too. Yeah, this is actually from the old batch. Yeah, this is the old NASCAR from like years ago, but I just bought a fresh batch of clothes too. Yep. Definitely. I wear PulseChain stuff like every day, or Hex stuff every day. Yep. You saw how much EPs needed to retrain the AI model. We started creating a decentralized shared pool of power so anyone can pay for power. Yeah, plus the cost of the video cards. I mean, that's why NVIDIA, if we go to the stock market, and it's an AI bubble. This reminds me of the dot-com bubble. I mean, I was young back then, but yeah, it's like, man, I don't know how much higher NVIDIA can really go, dude. And like, because these guys, all their video cards are getting sold to the data centers to run the AI. Every time you ask Grok a question or ChatGPT a question, you're really talking into an NVIDIA video game like graphics card, or like an H100. It's not graphics, it's the NVIDIA card. But that's what you're really talking to. That's Grok's brain. It's actually a NVIDIA graphics cards, chips. That's what makes it all work. And same with ChatGPT. Yep, same thing. Franklin says, pretty sure, David, you know enough coding to make a website from scratch, even, just HTML and JavaScript. Yeah, the old school way. Yeah, we could do it with HTML. And with the AI and Grok, that you could probably vibe code some HTML, but man, that's some old school stuff right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ChatGPT is good enough. Yeah, ChatGPT I think works. I haven't tried it. And there was another one too, like lovable.dev. There's some new website where you're supposed to be able to like vibe code websites real easy. I should probably not be lovable dev. Yeah, lovable.dev. So this is create apps and websites by chatting with AI. Yeah, so this is a website to vibe code websites, to make websites. And I just heard about this like the other day. So lovable.dev. I haven't tried it yet myself. Like I said, just found out about this, but I wonder if this is cool because you can just vibe code a website. Look at this one's even called Pulse Robot Template. What? What is this? Pulse Robot. Atlas, where code meets motion. Wow, they're trying to make humanoid robots. Yeah. Pulse Robot. No shit. This looks fake, though. Made by AI and human. My God. So, yeah. Remix. Create your own copy of this project that you can edit and customize. Wow, so you can just fork people's websites on here? Oh, man. So, interesting. Interesting. I might check this out later. I might have to deep dive into this. Oh, Franklin says Lovable is good for beginners. Oh, okay. This is for like rookies and beginners. Okay. Yep. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, it's like vibe coding. You just, the AI does all the work. Okay. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. They're trying to Discord me. Nope. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. All right. Pretty cool, guys. So, yeah. Damn. Yeah. I don't know how much higher NVIDIA can go, man. I'm worried that the AI bubble's in. I think the bubble's in. Yeah, dude. Look at Michael Saylor. Look at Micro Strategy. They're still down too. At Coinbase. They're up. I heard Pouncer got crushed today. Yes. Dump that shit. Yes. I know Richard loves Peter, but I don't like Peter. So, well, it's not that I don't like Peter. I'm just, I'm weary of their technology, right? Put it mildly. Yeah. Fuck them. Dump that shit. That's all I gotta say. Microshaft. Yep, they're screwed too. Amazon chopping sideways. Yeah, the big guys are. See, a lot of guys chopping. Meta's down. SMCI is actually up. Google's up. Intel's up big. That's just on the news that the government's gonna fucking buy them, which is bullshit. I don't think they should let them fail. Intel should not get saved. They're doomed. But congratulations, everybody who bought their stock for $19 back in August. Jeez. Cursor is the best vibe coding, brother. Oh, okay, Bo Brothers. Cursor. All right, I've never tried that one out. I'm gonna have to check that out. Built an entire web app in Cursor. Okay, all right. I've heard of Cursor. Cursor is like a chat bot inside of the Visual Studio Basic, right? The Microsoft Visual Studio Basic software, right? And then it gives you a chat bot that like works on your code. Hexcon, but it's not a 14 pulse robot. Yeah, I know. I wish it was, right? Franklin says, I think Lovable integrates with Google Firebase. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, because Firebase has like a lot of web hosting services. Gotcha. Yep. Gotcha. Mr. Crypto J, if you download an open source AI and then edit out the wokeness, it takes a lot of power. Yeah, I bet it does. Good luck editing out the wokeness. Especially with ChatGPT, I don't think it could be done. Rather than have no computer for a week or two, you can tap into the hub of power mesh. Interesting. So, how's Tesla doing? Oof, nice Elon. Hope that was Elon cashing out. So, and Netflix, yep, cancel that shit, dump it. Those guys are doomed. They had a rough day yesterday. Deservedly so. So, yeah, that's the markets, guys. Most things are at the top, but suspiciously, a lot of other things are not doing so great. So, I don't know. A sign of weakness is the top in. I don't know. The time will tell. We will see tomorrow. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been over an hour. So, been a good one today. We got our validator running in archive mode. Oh, look at this. Actually, hold on. Deleting tail epoch 159 in progress. Then interrupted. Wow, okay. So this looks like it's the garbage collection doing its archive mode thing, huh? It's like cleaning up the snapshots and deleting some old junk. So pretty cool. I've actually never seen that. Never seen this logs before. Pretty cool. All right. So we'll let that cook, and then oh shit, today's Friday. I think I might stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll just be on every day. I was gonna take weekends off, but like we're chilling. This is fun. I love this, right? Like might as well hang out for an hour every day, right? Not like I got anything else to go. I'm always here at the data center. I'm always here. So yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, but it's not being used. AI is already trained to train crypto instead of validating. Huh, well, that'd be cool. Like reuse the GPUs instead. The price action is going to be crypto-esque when autonomous driving goes live. Yes, I think, yeah. And it already is live. I've actually saw that. That's something I saw the other day on Twitter. I saw people driving around in the automatic Teslas in California and saying they were loving it. Yeah, that was popping off actually like just the other day. Yeah. Hey, Frank White, what's up, my man? Good to see you. So, yeah, guys. All right. Well, that was a pretty good day. Yeah. All right. So, success on archive, it appears. We'll let this cook. We'll check on it tomorrow. So, all right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, let's do this again. Let's keep it going, right? I'll just stream every day. Fuck it. No days off, right? We're hardcore. So, all right, y'all.